Wembley Arena, he knocked out the undefeated Scott Forrest and he knocked him out in a round. This kid can really whack. 9-0, 8 of those inside the distance. We got a real barnstormer on our hands here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the transatlantic class battle and the British continues. This is 6 rounds of boxing in the cruiserweight division. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim, weighing 199 pounds. However, 78 losses from Houston, Texas, Stanley Johnson. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing green trunks with black trim, weighing 197 pounds. However, 9 wins, no losses. From London, Aurel Ignat. Our referee is Mark Bates.
Roars from the back of the hall. Aurel, he's wasted little time over here in the UK winning fans. Aurel Ignat is in against Stanley Johnson. I'm really excited about this fight, Spencer. We've had so much already. Good hard-working pros in our opener, Hughes. Seen off by Morales, and then that shock victory from young Arnie Dawson. Now this.
Yep, do not blink, that's all I say. Don't go and make a cup of tea, don't go and make a cup of coffee, because this one could be over in a blink of an eye. Both guys very heavy-handed. Massive knockout ratio from both guys, but Ignat is very dangerous. Use those long levers to his advantage.
Ignat in the green and black trunks with peacock on the side, the Moldovan flag, his country of origin on one side of his hip. Johnson in the black and gold. He looks a fairly well-ordered operator, Johnson, to me, Spencer, but the point is going to be what happens when he gets clipped here in this fight.
Well, that's it. He's got to be careful. He's got to be educated pressure when he comes in, because Ignat, as I say, has dynamite in either hand. He's got a great shot selection. Johnson looks very compact. He will be coming forward. He's looking to close the range, get into the distance, and then let his shots go. But in doing so, he's got to be careful, because Ignat, as I say, uses that height and reach to his advantage.
Looking to unload the right hand, Johnson. There it goes. Before tonight, 8 stoppages in the first 9, as you've heard. Johnson taking the full 6 rounds for the first time by Yuri Bikhartsov at the York Hall. Oh, and down he goes, Johnson. Maybe he's going to be added to the list of quick victories here tonight for the explosive Aurel Ignat.
I tell you what, he's in trouble there, Paul. He's still walking on unsteady legs, and Ignat is a great finisher, as we saw last time out against Scott Forrest. Can he do the same again?
He's got loads of time in the round.
Just taking his time, which is good from Ignat, just looking to pick the shots. Lands another big right hand, and the legs again look unsteady here from Johnson.
Johnson is a few years older. He's actually not appeared as many times in the pro ring, but we're going to take it that he's got some experience, and he needs to delve into that experience and the know-how here. I think he'd be well advised, Spencer, to stay out of harm's way.
Well, I'm not sure he can, Paul. That's the problem with Johnson. I think he's one of those guys that looks to get inside and work, you know, typical American style. They don't like taking a back step, but he still looks unsteady here, and Ignat oozing confidence. Big right hand on the bell as well.
And how quick was that little snap right hand on the inside there?
And I tell you what, Johnson felt the weight of that, and he looks unsteady. He's rocking, sitting down in the corner, and he's going to need all of that minute there to suck up. And we look over in the other corner there, and Martin Bowers, who's got a great train up from the Peacock Gym, and they will be oozing confidence there in some of the action in the round there. You saw it, lovely right hand and a short left uppercut, wasn't it? Brilliant shot. Doubling up on the hooks, right hand there, and look at the shot there, that lovely placed left uppercut. And I tell you what, Johnson done well there, Paul, to recover.
He did do well, but I think it doubles the advantage, you know, Spencer, because he gets up and he thinks to himself, I knew the kid had power, but he actually outboxed me in that little exchange as well, for good measure.
Yep, that's exactly what happened there.
Wow, what a start from Aurel Ignat. We were told, we were warned. Here he comes again, letting the hands go. He's nice and easy in that way as well, isn't he, Spencer? He looks good when he's letting go. He doesn't get out of shape.
No, very relaxed, very composed, and a nice flow about his shots. Lovely uppercut on the inside again there, followed by the hook. Up on his toes, he's oozing confidence at the moment. Johnson has to be careful as he tries to come in. Left hook again there, and he drops him.
He's back on his feet, all right. The power wasn't so pronounced that time. But the problem for Johnson, Spencer, is every shot that Ignat is delivering is part of a combination which is very well delivered indeed. And Johnson can't get out of the way.
Yep, that's exactly right. Lovely doubling up, and there's that rhythm about his work again, as you said there, Paul. Big right hand goes in, and Johnson is in trouble here. Referee just taking a close look. Ignat again, lovely jab, finds the range, staying composed, not looking to take any unnecessary risks. This is a great performance, this.
Johnson down twice, under pressure here at Stamford Bridge, away from home, and he knows it. He cannot get out of range properly, can he? And as Spencer Oliver so rightly said, it's a cultural thing for an American fighter like this. Don't back off.
I tell you what he could do with backing off right now, though, Paul. He needs to regroup, get himself back together, because still looks very unsteady, and unfortunately for him, he has an A game but not a B game, and that's a big problem when you're in with the likes of Ignat, who can whack the way he can.
Another thing I really like about Ignat, Spencer, his footwork. He's never standing still. He's always on the move, always keeping the distance correct. Yeah,
the distance is key here, because distance creates timing. Timing creates the speed and the power, and it's all coming together for Ignat here, and that's all because of his distance control. There you see the right hand, and you can see he's just sort of knocked the fight out of Johnson here, who's now not looking to step in, not willing to step in. He seems to have lost his confidence as early as this second round.
Schedule 6. 5, correction.
Again, big right hand goes in, and he looks unsteady, Paul, doesn't he?
I don't blame him.
He's showing a lot of character in there at the moment, actually, Johnson, because he's been hit with some big shots, and he's still hanging in there.
Johnson represented Team USA under all kinds of pressure.
Yep, great round again there from Ignat, who found that range and that timing that you were talking about, Paul, and that was the key to success there. Working well behind a jab, nice fluidity around his work as well. When he got in range, here's some of the action in that second round. There you see the jab, the short uppercuts. There's the fluid work that we were talking about, all in one little space there. And that uppercut again, just punch perfect, wasn't it? And it literally travelled 6 inches. Boom! Little short shot, but the timing was key.
Martin Bowers in the corner is keeping it short and sweet. Well, he does that anyway. He believes it strengthens the message, and I would agree with that. But of course, just over the rope, you've got the translator leaning over to impart the wisdom to Ignat. Everybody's got the message here at Stamford Bridge tonight. a very, very exciting new talent at cruiserweight.
2 rounds down, 2 10-8 rounds in favour of Ignat. Knockdowns in both of those rounds. Can he go one better and get the stoppage here in the third?
Johnson comes out swinging wildly, defiantly, I will say.
Well, he sort of has to roll the dice here, Johnson, doesn't he? Because he can only go one way, and his main asset is his strength and his punch power, but he's being beat in both of those areas right now.
But I guess, no pun intended, Spencer, to counter my own argument, when you're in a 5-rounder, it's a bit of a sprint, isn't it? You can't take a round off.
No, exactly that, and now he's just fallen 4 points behind. He needs something big here, but I tell you what, Paul, he's just starting to find the range a little bit here. And that will give him confidence, the confidence that he needs. The corner have clearly had a word with him because he's gone out there and he's rolled the dice a little bit here. He's taking the gamble.
We want to see Ignat tested. It's all very well having rollovers, quick knockouts. It only gets you so far. At this level, it's only appropriate that he would be tested. The problem for Johnson is, can he keep up that pace that we've seen, Spencer? I don't think he can. 1 minute 30, full gas. You know what that's like from training sessions.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And the right hand goes clubbing in again there from Ignat. Johnson, to his credit, as I said, showing character, head on his chest and trying to wing away. But it's a little one-dimensional and a little predictable, and that may be his undoing here.
One of the lessons, Spencer, as a championship fighter, top draw, European champion in your own active days, you will certainly acknowledge you cannot win every second of every round every night, and you have to understand that. Yeah, absolutely. And also, you can come from behind to win, and that's what he's going to have to do here, Johnson, if he wants to get victory. And boy, I've got to give it to him. He's showing a lot of heart here because he's still trying to wing away. He's not lost any heart, any desire. He seems to have recovered from those knockdowns. He knows he needs a knockout to win here, and he's going to give it everything. An intriguing little twist in the plot. And is this what happens when one is fighting for one's country? Perhaps that's another element to this tonight for Stanley Johnson representing the USA.
Well, when your team captain's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest to ever lace them up, you want to impress, don't you? I mean, it's a big opportunity for these kids. We know how patriotic they are. We know how much they, love to represent their country, and that's exactly what he's doing here. And whatever happens here, Paul, win, lose or draw, he's going out on his shield, this kid.
A much more competitive round. Johnson has really played a full part in that one. Down twice, but maybe one back there. I don't know, Spencer, what's your view?
I think that Ignat maybe still won the round, but you're right, it was a much more competitive round, and it was a glimmer of hope there for Johnson, who he may have lost the round, but he put himself back in there, he found the range and he let the shots go, and you think, well, you know what the corner are going to be telling him there. Time to roll the dice, son. Time to go for it. Everything in the kitchen sink. Knock out or get knocked out, because I think that's his sort of style, and that's what he's going to have to bring now if he wants to turn this around. Because for me, 3 rounds to 0 in favour of Ignat, and 2 of those are 10-8 rounds.
Crowd are absolutely loving this. Packed in here under the West Stand at Stamford Bridge, one of the famous London landmarks, and unlike all the other big football stadiums all around the capital, in over a century we've done the homework on it. We cannot find a single example of a big fight night. Amazing, given that Stamford Bridge pre-Second World War, Spencer, was an all-sport arena.
Yeah, incredible that this is the first time they've ever had boxing here, and what an event it is. UK versus USA, and what a show we've got for ourselves here. One apiece going into this third contest. Who's going to win? Ignat for us at the moment in front, but anything can happen, as we know in boxing, and Johnson will not go down without a fight.
He is really making Ignat earn it, Johnson. He's got support from all around the arena tonight. Has Ignat, the Moldovan, now resident in Wembley.
Still going here, Johnson, isn't he? He's still pushing forward.
Yeah.
Oh, he got through him a couple of good shots of his own there. He's starting to fancy this a little bit here in the fourth, Paul.
I think he is, but he's a long way behind. We must not overlook that.
Whoa, big shot again there, and the mouth just coming over, and for the first time from Ignat. Is he starting to feel the pace? Comes back with some good shots of his own. This one heating up here in this fourth round. Great action.
Cracking cruiserweight contest. Johnson has proven very game and very worthy of representing USA. He's actually rated in the top 10 at cruiserweight in the USA already in BoxRec rankings.
Yeah, well, you can see he's a tough kid. 7-0, 5 of those. Oh, big shot there. Ignat landed a big right hand of his own, but he had to take one.
I think he took it well, Spencer. Those shots glancing off the temple can do a lot of damage, but he has taken that one well. I'm just saying that, watching his footwork, which remains good. But Johnson is really asking questions and deserves great credit.
Both guys showing real character in there right now. Big shots going in from both sides, and they're soaking them up well. Ignat just looked to the corner there. Was that a little sign of frustration, a little sign of tiredness? He's got to keep his focus here, Paul, because as you know, switch off 1 split second and it can be turned around.
Very tempting so to do when you're in a big lead so early and you've really come firing out the blocks and produced 2 real big shots to knock your man down. It's very natural perhaps for a young fighter to think, I've got the measure of this.
Great round this, and Johnson really trying to claw his way back in. Ignat just starting to look a little tired, comes back with a good shot of his own. Johnson has to lean on, mouth coming open, and both guys now, this is becoming a psychological battle. The physicalities have gone out of this one. What a contest here, the crowd absolutely loving this.
Johnson's walking through everything in desperation, and he's struggling like in quicksand as he goes back to his stool. And Ignat now, I would say this is the moment when we say to Aurel Ignat, welcome to professional boxing. That's what this game is all about.
Absolutely. Now this is the psychological battle. Ignat, who's had 9 contests, 9 victories, 8 of those by KO, is being asked to answer some questions here, because Johnson, who's on round 1, on the floor again round 2, we thought it was going to be over in round 3, but he's clawed his way back in, and for me, nicked that 4th round there. This is going to be interesting, this last round, because Johnson knows he needs the knockout to win, and he'll go for it. You know, that's the DNA of US fighters. That's what they're all about. They're tough, they're gritty, and they don't lose the will to win. Ignat now has to keep this under control. He has to keep his composure. He's entering new territory here.
Spencer Oliver on duty alongside me, Paul Dempsey, FightZone and Talk Sport live tonight. And Spencer doubling up as the captain of Team UK. We actually don't see Captain USA, Roy Jones, near us at ringside, but the way that Johnson has fought, I reckon he might have gone to bed last night and had a little look at a few clips of Roy Jones Jr. in his heyday. I'm
telling you, mate, he's showing a lot of character, isn't he? That is for sure. He was on the floor and looked like he was out, and he's come back and he's landing some big shots, taking some big shots, and doing exactly what I said and rolling the dice here.
We have a fight of the night contender at cruiserweight, the first of 2. The other one will be pretty exciting a bit later as well, I think.
Yeah, it really will. Lucas Rohrig, the young boxer, managed and trained by George Groves, former world super middleweight champion. And Rohrig can really fight, but that's later, and this is now.
That's when Johnson looks good to me, when he does the little slip under the jab.
Oh, big shots there from Johnson, left hook followed by the right hand, and Ignat just had to step back and gain the composure again.
There might be a lot left in this fight even now, and it's given us plenty.
Yes, it really has, and as you can hear, the crowd absolutely loving this one as well. One minute 30 left of this round, and it's still there to be won and lost from... Oh, big left hook, and he's in trouble again here, Johnson. Where's he finding this from?
This is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Both were happy for a little wrestling match. Just get the feet back under them and some air into the tank if they could. But here comes Johnson again. He's looking for his man now.
He really is, isn't he? Where are they finding it from? I tell you that. Both guys' mouths have come open. They're fighting on instinct in there right now. Big right hand from Johnson. Just skim the whiskers there, Paul.
In the Ignat corner, there's a lot of consternation. They were thrilled with their man early on, but inexperience is perhaps showing itself, and Johnson's seizing on every little opening.
I tell you what, he's just landed a couple of big right hands. I'll tell you what we have found out about Ignat tonight is he can take a shot, that's for sure.
Most definitely. But one big shot might yet equalise everything. Johnson's been down and got up twice. He's shown immense character if you put the whole package together.
Absolutely.
Again, the right hand is good by Ignat.
Johnson still trying, still pushing forward.
It's a thriller.
Yeah, it really is.
One to go.
Yep, interesting this one. 1 round left of this contest. And Johnson sort of slowly clawed his way back, hasn't he?
Has he won the last two, do you think?
I think he's just nicked those last 2 rounds. So this is going to be interesting.
That could halve the lead, right?
Well, we've still got 2 10-8s going on there. We've got 2 10-8 rounds, obviously, in the first 2 rounds, and he won the third as well. So I think he needs a knockout to win this one, Johnson, that's for sure. But he's having a little bit of success, isn't he?
Mark Bates brings them together. Aurel Ignat came storming out of his corner, took this fight by the scruff of the neck. Stanley Johnson caught in 2 minds early on as to whether to go backwards or forwards, caught in the middle really, down twice. Johnson in a crisis decided that the forward gear was the only one to give him a chance, and what a show he has put up here to try to keep Team USA in the contest overall at this juncture, halfway through the overall transatlantic clash number 2.
Yeah, brilliant work there from Ignat. Again, their beautiful lead right hand uppercuts that landed flush. Johnson took the shot well, and he's still pushing forward, still trying, but Ignat just having the better of this opening minute of the 6th and final round.
A couple of strong combinations from Ignat.
Whoa, just missed there with the left hook, Johnson, and Ignat just looking to keep that distance. He knows he's in front, trying to stay out of trouble.
This is an irrepressible showing from Stanley Johnson.
Body shot goes in there from Ignat as well. Johnson soaks that up well. He's tired, both guys, rightly feeling the pressure here, feeling the pace.
1 minute 30 of this, and still, despite all the crises he's come through, Johnson is in the hunt.
Yes, he is. He's giving it everything, isn't he? He hasn't lost that will to win. He's stuck to his guns. He's clawed his way back into it. I don't think it's going to be enough, but he's made this a brilliant contest and one for the fans to remember. Big left hook there, and Ignat felt the weight of that one.
He did indeed. Trying to give himself a little bit of space. And when he does that, doesn't he look classy?
Yes, he does, and lands some good shots. Body shot goes in there as well from Ignat. Where are these guys finding this from? What a contest here.
Spencer, if he does come through and win this, I think Ignat will go away saying to himself, I have learned so much tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Right hand, left hook. Oh, big shot!
And here he comes now looking to dispense with the scorecards. 30 seconds to go. Johnson is walking through some major assaults here.
Massive shot.
Again, so accurate.
Yeah, massive shot again, and Johnson Where's he finding it from? He's taking shots, uppercuts, everything. He is showing the heart of a lion here. Johnson, credit where credit's due. What work from Ignat as well.
This is the Transatlantic Clash Mark II, everybody, here at Stamford Bridge in London. It's all about the team performance, of course, tonight, but I will say now, Spencer, in early April, will we see a better six-rounder in a British ring anywhere than that this year?
I've got to say, Paul Dempsey, you've absolutely nailed that. For six-rounders, as far as they go, what a fight, what a contest. Just as you thought that Ignat was going to win the fight inside the distance, Johnson down in round 1, Johnson down in round 2. We think it's all over in round 3, and he finds something from somewhere, claws his way back. Round 4, claws his way back. Round 5, claws his way back. And round 6 shows incredible durability to get through that one. What a performance from both guys.
Tell us, Spencer, obviously you are a team captain in this context. We'll get to that in a minute, but take us back to your own fighting days, Spencer, when there are these moments of realisation. Now I get what this game's all about. Is that what Ignat's having here tonight, right now?
Absolutely. You know, they're showing incredible character here, both of these guys, and what they showed is that they've got that championship material, that championship mentality, because they both had to ask themselves questions in there. They both had to weather the storm in there, especially Johnson, who had to pick himself off the floor a couple of times and was completely gone in that first knockdown. Incredible character, but that will mould these guys. This is called the apprenticeship. When you're doing these six-round fights, this takes you on to bigger and better things. They've been through that now, so when they get into those championship fights, they would have already been there. Great work from both guys, and they can both go on from this, win, lose or draw.
Really a brilliant showing from both of them.
58 to 54. We favor of the red corner in England.
Aurel Ignat comes through. Team UK hit the front in the Transatlantic Clash number 2. To say that Stanley Johnson contributed mightily is an understatement. It was a brilliant six-rounder.